As I travel the world, wherever I go, there's 5 things I see everywhere. I don't care if I'm in Ghana. I don't care if I'm in Nigeria. I don't care if I'm in Malawi. I don't care if I'm in Gambia. I don't care if I'm in London. I don't care if I'm in Philly. I don't care if I'm in Brooklyn. I don't care if I'm in Jamaica. I don't care if I'm in Guadeloupe. What are the 5 constants of African people? Number 1, white Jesus.
Yes. It's a problem. It is a problem. It's a problem.
As long as your deity looks like your enemy, until your deity no longer looks like your enemy, you are not free. Nothing wrong with being a Christian. Mr. Gandhi was a Christian. Nothing wrong with being a Muslim. Ahmed Sekou Touré of Guinea was a Muslim. But the images of your deity must look like yourself.
Well,
And everywhere in the world, black people are still raising their children on a diet of Caucasian divinity. We have to change that. Number 2, don't believe single black women. Girls, you got to get married.
Talk to your brother
You get married today and get married next year. You have to get married. Like the black family is the foundation of black power. There is no black power without the black family. Number 3.
very a few.
I can count on one hand how many truly revolutionary Pan-Africanist school systems for our children I have found in the world. I remember being in an African country once, and I won't call the name, and they greeted Dr. Umar before I spoke to the students in the elementary school. And these beautiful African children started singing, "God Bless the Queen." And I remember being in the Caribbean island before I spoke to a group of Caribbean African babies, and again they started singing some old slave song of the colonizer. Brothers and sisters, our children still don't know who they are. Even in Africa, they don't know who they are. So let us begin to build schools that our children need. Let's teach each other. We don't come to Africa to lead, because there's so much Africa needs to teach us. We've been gone for 405 years. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Let us learn as much as we can. Let us help as much as we can.
Yeah.
Because Africa can help us restore our cultural memory. And we can help Africa restore the political struggle. Merge the best of both worlds. Because that's the way the Creator intended it. I believe that the Almighty God must have been a Pan-Africanist. Because if God was not a Pan-Africanist, why did He allow us to be sent all over the world? We were sent all over the world only to come back home and make it whole again, brothers and sisters. The next thing I find as I travel Africa, in the entire world, mass incarceration of black men. Everywhere, the prisons. I spoke in prisons in Africa. I spoke in prisons in the Caribbean. Black men in jail. How do we fix that problem? We have to build institutions. Some of you have some great business ideas. You have to build them, expand them. You have to get brothers and sisters right here in Ghana, American African and Guyanese African. You have to get them Canadian African. You have to give them a license to operate your business. We don't come to Africa to be black capitalists. We come to Africa to be Pan-Africanists. Number 5 is probably the most debilitating thing I see when I travel the African world. Every country, every continent, every island, every state in America, every province in Canada, every section of the United Kingdom There's not one single African economy on earth that is under the control of African people. I need us to meditate on it. Not a single economy on earth controlled by African people, not even in Africa. But now that we are here from the diaspora, we will join in equally with our Ghanaian African brothers and sisters to build economy and take back all that the Chinese has taken from us. All that the Arabs, the Lebanese have taken from us. Take back all that the East Indians have taken from us. You know, Bill Gates is in Africa. Trying to convince the African Union to force our farmers all across the continent to only buy seeds from Monsanto.
There they go.
They don't want African people eating real food. They only want African people eating genetically modified organisms. We have to fight that. And that means we need to have a black farmers conference where we blame the black farmers from America, and the black farmers from the Caribbean, and the black farmers from Europe, and the black farmers from Central and South America together to come up. Just a food integrity program. Alone, we can do nothing. Together, we can do it all. Osajabo said, forward, never.
Backwards, never.
The Honorable Father Messiah Garvey said, the greatest weapon used against the Negro is disorganization. Brothers and sisters, we got to work. You got to work. The only people who should be resting is our elders because they made the age 65 and all we need them to do is give us our wisdom. They struggle enough. Our Ghanaian African elders, our American African elders, all of our diasporan African elders, they struggle. Let them rest, but we still need you elders for wisdom. And I think that the American African community needs to create a council of elders. Because as I travel through Ghana, as I travel through Nigeria, as I travel through Liberia, I hear about the petty differences that pop up between American Africans who brought some of that slave back to witches to Ghana. And so we need the elders to help us navigate these internal conflicts. We can't afford to fall apart over petty differences. We can't afford to click up. No more light skin, dark skin. No more Muslim versus Christian. No more American African versus continental African. One people, one family, one race, one religion. I'll leave you with this. The CIA is watching us.
Well.
On March the 17th of 1978,
Stay in here.
the United States State Department issued a national security memorandum, number 46. When you go home tonight, I want you to Google NSSM 46. NSSM 46 from the U.S. State Department ordered the CIA to create hostility and division between continental Africans and American Africans. The CIA was ordered by the president to use the media, use the radio, use the newspaper to make black Africa think black America hates them, and to make black America think that black Africa hates you. So we need to understand these divisions we did not create. They were introduced by the white power structure that we will destroy them because we are working. We'll close. We're going to quote.
Thank you.
And before I close with this quote, I'm going to give you my cell number now. Take your phone out. Whether you be a continental African or an American African or a Caribbean African or a European African or a South Central American African, Canadian or Australian African, South Pacific African, I want you to text Dr. Umar and let me know what your expertise is. Dr. Umar, I'm a midwife. Dr. Umar, I'm an entrepreneurial business startup expert. Dr. Umar, I'm a nurse. I'm an engineer. I'm a business owner. I do real estate. I've been in Africa for 20 years. Whatever it is you do, let me know. Because if I'm lucky enough to get my citizenship, brothers and sisters, okay, we want to have some work to do in Africa. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
But do me a favor. If you are a buddy hopper, you're not messaging me at all.